About 2 years ago, I had to sell my Nissan 240 SX. Now, I've regretted it since, but I think I found another one. Only problem is, this one's been sitting for 20 years. About 10 years ago is when I saw my first 240. When I was enrolled in automotive school, there was this guy that drove around a 240 SX. This dude knew everything about them. He started showing me pictures of all the models, and that's when I saw it, a bright red hatchback. It was perfect. From there, I set out to find my own. That's when I found out that most of these cars are destroyed or heavily modified. For years, I searched for one, and that's when I found it, a white coupe. It wasn't what I wanted, but it was too nice to pass up. After 5 years of ownership, a terrible situation came up and I had to say goodbye. Fast forward to 2025, I decided to look for another. I thought 10 years ago was bad, but now the selection is scarce and the prices have tripled. Now that brings us to this. I did pay triple and I haven't even looked underneath the car. I don't know if the engine is seized, and I think they mentioned the transmission might be the reason it was parked for so long. So we're gonna go ahead and lift it up and see on how much trouble I got myself into. Now, this being a northern car, we are expecting some rust, and we do have a little bit right here. It is very common on these older cars, but I'm hoping that's all of it. Right here, this is the exhaust. And as you can see, it already has some weight reduction, or maybe these are just flaps, so it sounds a little louder. This is bad, isn't it?
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
There's no holes in the body so far. Drive shaft sagging a little bit, dusty, but it's all there. Now, 240s are known to have rusty frame rails, especially these northern ones, and I can start seeing some traces of that right here. If you follow that and you get to here, that's where you see the rust right here. There's yeah, this is really bad. That right there is a rust hole, which is not good at all. That means has been in there, salt probably. And if you look over here, it just gets worse. This is a major problem. This I wasn't expecting that. When I went to see this car, the seller did disclose there was a little bit of rust on the frame rail, but it was on the outside, and when I touched it, it felt pretty solid. Now, unfortunately, I should have looked underneath properly, and this is why you look before you buy a car, because that could make or break the project if I can't fix that. And at this point, I don't know what to do. So we sat down and talked about it, and there are some remedies that'll make it a lot better than what it is. Now, it won't be perfect, but it'll make the car safe, it'll make it usable, and I think that is the route that we're going to take, because these cars are getting extremely rare, they're extremely hard to find, and this one is pretty decent other than that, and I really want to drive it. Okay. Oh, look at that, it does spin. Oh, and it even has a little bit of compression.
Oh, nice.
See, I knew it. I knew it would be completely fine. Didn't doubt it for a minute. So now that we know that the engine turns, we're gonna figure out if it has good compression. Woo, look at that. She's not pretty, but it's about as original as a 240 can be. Before I check compression, I'm gonna borescope the cylinders just to make sure they're okay. Everything looks pretty clean. Still has some cross hatching in there, but it's not rusty. Okay, let's see number 2. The piston's all the way up on this one. Let's move to the number 3, which is also all the way. Should have known that. Yeah, it also looks pretty clean. No rust. Sweet, that's a good sign. That is a good sign, so I feel a little bit more comfortable with the compression test. Okay, Logan, I'm gonna crank it, and it's gonna pass, okay?
Got it.
So it passed with flying colors, right?
Actually, yeah.
Look at that. Darn, look pretty good. Okay, so cylinder number 2 did 170. What did it do before? 140. Okay, well, that might be a little bit over 20%, maybe. I have to do math.
Oh, you're supposed to press the button.
What button? That button? I'm not gonna press that. It's fine. That's 180. That's looking better. Press the button. Okay, that's a pretty good sign. I would call that mostly healthy. You know, 140 to 180, and 180, and 140. Now that we have compression, we have to check if we have spark. So to check spark, I'm gonna get one of these. I'm gonna put a spark plug in there, and I'm gonna have Logan hold it, and I'm gonna go inside and crank it.
This isn't gonna shock me, is it?
No, you'll be fine. Do we have spark?
Yes.
Are you still alive?
Unfortunately.
Did it shock you?
No.
See, told ya. So we have power because the battery is new and fully charged. We have spark and we have compression, but we're missing one. Fuel. Now, before I go to the fuel tank, I got a couple more things to check here under the hood. Like right here, this reservoir, you can see it's cracked. This thing needs to be replaced. I also noticed that there's no fluid in there. So it probably leaked it all. And this car is an automatic. This is apparently one of the issues of the car is a bad transmission. That fluid doesn't look particularly great, but it doesn't look bad. Let's see over here. Oh my goodness, that's not good. This is not working. Oh, that is stuck there. Oh,
wow.
It's full. That is very surprising. And it's not even rusty. Well, that's a good sign. Now let's see what's in the air box, which is probably a rat's nest. Okay, you think something will jump out? Some spiders. Dead spiders. Is that a... Oh, no rat's nest. That's good. Looks like a higher end filter. Oh, wow. Look at that. Still zinc plated. Okay, we're just gonna put that back in. So no 240s completed without a shower curtain rod. If I can get it out of here. Come on. Oh yeah, and the brake light switch is broken. That's why the lights are staying on. Okay, now we need to pop the trunk. Forgot about that.
That thing's fancy. I usually just use a piece of wood.
Well, sir, I paid top dollar for this thing. Better come with one of these. It's still stuck.
Teamwork makes the dream.
No, nope.
Oh, no.
This is one of the drawbacks of having one of these. Nope, nope, nope.
Just anywhere. Just
It can't be anywhere. It just doesn't stay. That doesn't look safe. Is that more rust? Oh no, that's fine. It's fine. False alarm. Okay, so half of the car is in the trunk. Also very normal for 240s. And then this guy right here. I don't know if you guys ever been to an arcade back in the, what, 80s? 70s? Well, I wasn't born yet. But this is how you got your coins. They just kind of put the coins in there. You gave the guy $1 and it would go boop, boop, and give you your coins. It's empty. I could really use the money on this thing. So now we need to empty out the trunk to be able to get to the fuel pump. Yeah, so that is the license plate. 01 was the last year this thing was on the road. That is, how many years ago? That's 24 years ago? 24 years ago, this thing's been parked that long. And I was a lucky buyer. So, you know, I already kind of peeked in there, and these are known for having a little bit of rust where the spare tire goes because they turn into koi ponds. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're just gonna ignore that. That's not there. So the fuel pump's unplugged. I remember him telling me that, the previous owner, because he didn't want to pump all that old fuel into the car. So I guess smart idea. It's all dirty in there. Ah, yeah, only 2 screws are holding it in. Fantastic. I also noticed that there's no fuel hoses connected to it. Oh, they're in there still though. That's good. Oh my goodness, the smell already got me. Oh no. Oh, the smell is horrible. Oh no. This is not looking good. It's oil. What the heck? Pretty good. That looks really bad. I don't know if you can see in there, but that is not fuel.
It looks like soy sauce.
Oh, I'm not a big fan of soy sauce. Okay, so I'm gonna stick my hand in there, see if maybe the structure is strong. What is that piece of plastic? I don't know what that is. How? Oh, there's not much fuel in there. Oh,
Not much
what
soy
the?
sauce.
That is soy sauce. Looks like we have about that much fuel, that deep. It's about what, an inch, half an inch? Luckily, the fuel tank itself doesn't seem to be, it is rusted. But I think maybe a light cleaning and then it'll be fine. So right now we are not getting fuel to that engine. That fuel tank is disgusting, and I'm pretty sure everything else in that system is probably clogged, corroded, or full of soy sauce. Now I made a list, and we're gonna buy everything because that is the smart thing to do. It is not the smart thing to do, but we're still gonna do it. I guess I should go ahead and drain the oil too. See how that's looking. Well, that's a little bit of rat poop. Let me get some air for that real quick. Oh my goodness. Okay, that was a little harder than I thought it was gonna be. It looks like a little brown in there. Let's go ahead and drain it. Okay, that's not seized. That's good. Okay, oil flowing. That's good. You can't see through it. That's bad. So this filter, you loosen it from the top, you unscrew it from the bottom, and then you come back to the top to be able to actually remove it, because there's no way of getting this thing out of there. Maybe I'm just doing something wrong, but oh my goodness. There it is. So I did get a new oil filter. It's in there with all these other parts that we got for it. Okay, I think we're almost there. Has to be somewhere in here. Cap. Oh, I think there it is. There we go. Okay, it's like playing Operation. This is so stupid. Even though these wheels look great with this layer of patina, I've decided to get different ones. These are 17-inch wheels by Rhoda with some brand new used tires, and they're not gonna look good on this stock suspension. These are the T7 coilovers from Max Speeding Rods. They actually reached out and decided to support the project. Now, I love these because they are for the street with the occasional track use, and they have all the adjustments that I need to make these wheels look good. They have adjustable camber plates, they have adjustable ride height, and right here they have these knobs which turn 24 ways to adjust the dampening on the shocks. If you're in the market for some performance parts, go ahead and check out Max Speeding Rods. Now you can use my promo code Daniel10, that'll give you 10% off Max Speeding Rod products.
Looks like you're missing something.
Yeah, it's missing the brake pads. Oh my goodness. Is half the work done already? It's the fastest brake job I've ever done. Okay, maybe not. There we go, done. Record time. I got new ones. Now I'm gonna take the strut loose so we can start putting the coilovers in. Maybe not. Oh my goodness, it is tight. Okay, impact. Oh, not that. Oh, there we go. Oh my goodness. Oh, it came with some paint. Look at that. I guess we can start building up a pile there. Time to put in our first coilover. Well, that doesn't look right. That one's all the way in. These are like halfway and it's a missing one. But it's solid. Okay, so these look pretty good and they're not cross-threaded or the threads are not messed up. But then one of these, you can push it in. Dude, luckily now this stuff is like seized. Yeah. Well, the piston is on the caliper. So that thing, I don't think it's gonna come out that easy. But everything else is. Quick release. Look at. Oh, that's the gasket.
Oh, wow.
These came with gaskets up there? My mom watches the channel, so don't put that in. Now that the coilovers are in, we're gonna focus on finishing the brakes. Oh my goodness. I should probably update my shots. Oh my goodness. The brakes are done, they're fully bled, so we got a solid pedal. Now we need to move on to the engine. We need to replace a bunch of stuff, and this is what all this is. So we got a lot to do in this thing.
Dude, wouldn't it be funny if we replaced all these parts, but the engine's knocking?
I did not think of that. Oh,
Let's just get it running first.
Let's try to get it running. Let's change the plan a little bit here. I know it looks pretty authentic with all that patina, but I don't think the pump actually moves. We're just gonna give it a nice bath. We'll let it sit there for 10 minutes, see if we can get this thing to come apart. Oh my goodness.
worst fuel pump I've ever seen. I don't even know what's what. Dude, this is like, that doesn't come off with brake clean. That is a layer of something. I don't understand these things. You push it down and then it's supposed to slide in. Open the valve. That dick, give me the hammer. Okay, we're gonna put a little bit of fuel in there. Should have left the old shocks on there. These things are stiff, I can barely move it. Oh my goodness. I'm doing an oil change in the fuel tank. Oh, look at that. Starting to look a little bit better. I got that new fuel pump installed. We're just gonna go ahead and throw it on in there. We rinsed out the tank as much as possible, but now this is just a $40 pump. Maybe a sacrificial pump. Wow, I guess we'll find out. Now, I don't know if this is a good idea. It probably isn't, but I haven't replaced the injectors or the fuel filter or anything. I looked in there to see if it was maybe rusty or clogged or whatever. It seems fine. Maybe just good enough to see if the car will run with that old dirty fuel. Yeah, there's still some dirty fuel in there. We really need to pull that tank out and rinse it out. But for now, we're just gonna give it a try. Well, it didn't start. I don't even hear the fuel pump running. We might have to check that real quick. So we're gonna start with the basics. We're gonna, I guess, check fuses. The fuse box is out here, at least one of them. And this one contains our fuel pump fuse. So let's see if that's bad. Yep, that thing is gone. Okay, easy fix. New one back in. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's see if we can hear the pump now. Well, there we go. So it's not starting, but I got a plan. We're gonna use some ether. I'm gonna have Logan spray it while I crank it. See if it turns on. Spray a little bit. A little more. Okay, now put the hose back in. Okay, step back. Hey, look at that. It does run. It does run. Didn't sound like it was knocking either, at least for those half a second that it ran. I don't know. So I guess we proceed. See if it works. Hey. Oh, it runs! Look at that! Woo! And it stays running. I can't believe this thing actually drives. What the heck? Okay, so I'm gonna take this on the road. It is street legal. I guess I'm the only person who will put a tag on a car that doesn't drive. I think we're losing part of the exhaust. Oh, that's breaking up. I don't have anywhere to turn it around. It has a slight hesitation. Oh no. Okay, please stay on. Please stay on. Let's make it back. Oh, what's gonna happen? Okay, now. Okay. Oh, please, let's make it back. Oh, there's the weird smell. Woo. Woo! Woo! It goes, it goes! That's a bad idea. Let's slow down. Oh, no turn signal, no right turn signal. That was scary. But it goes, it drives. Look at that. This was a bad investment.
Now, if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and drop a comment. Go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and stay tuned because I might have another project and it's sitting right over there, but I can't show you just yet. So I will see you next time.